When the real flame, not the strange fire, but the real fire of the Holy Spirit starts, you're going to see the fruit of the Spirit, and you're going to see it begin in nobodies, people, castaways, people that would not be considered Christian, drug addicts, prostitutes, the worst of the worst, criminals, and things like that. The Spirit of God is the sleeper is going to wake in them, and you're going to hear testimonies of, oh wow, just like in the days of old when Jesus was here walking the earth. The religious people wouldn't accept it. They called what was good evil, and what was evil they called good. So they even said that the work of the Holy Spirit working through Jesus, they said that was of Beelzebub, But what they had walking around judging people with the letter, with their Bible, was they considered good, but the Spirit bad. Even though the Spirit said love and serve people, their Bible, their letter, said judge and rule over people. And they wanted that. You're not going to see this spark, this revival begin with these so-called big Christian leaders and Christians or people who consider themselves holy. It's going to start with the nobodies. And whenever it does, there's going to be real panic. And they're going to try to portray it as something evil. They're going to call it a phenomenon, and this phenomenon is bad. Okay? And they're going to send out the worst of the worst of the worst of the purple, blue-haired people eater people, that are going to go out and try to stop it and hurt people. And by doing that, they're going to try to keep the vibration down low, because hate is down here, love is up here. So whenever they're going to try to keep people in a hate mode, because they know that once the vibration changes, once we get over 50%, once we hit critical mass, once we hit 51% vibrating in love, that's when everything changes. Like Cynamics, you see those plates of steel with salt crystals on top, and they change the frequency, and as the frequencies change, the patterns of the crystals change. That's what it's going to be with us. Once that frequency changes and it hits 51%, it's just going to change everything. Everything will transform in the blink of an eye. All right? But before it hits that 51%, they're going to go crazy, doing everything in the world they can do to stop it. Because once it happens, they lose what they consider their control, their power. So they're going to do everything in the world to stop this thing, and they're going to call what is good evil and what is evil good. And they're even going to try to get those who identify as Christians to take us out, to take those people out. Because in the times of Jesus, they had people, they thought that by killing you that they were doing the work of God. They were making God happy. That's what Saul, before he became Paul, was doing. He was persecuting and killing Christians, and he thought he was doing the will of God. And that's what's going to be happening soon. People are going to be running around. You're going to see in these revivals and things, all these big religious leaders, they're going to come in because they're going to try to be part of the big PR. This is going to boost me and help my ratings and everything. I'm going to get in there and get involved, like Al Sharpton and all them guys. Anytime there's a race war going or somebody of color gets killed, they're always there trying to stir up something. These guys are all going to come in, and they're all going to be, this guy saying this guy saying that, and they're going to branch off into denominational, demonizationalism, and they're going to be the voice of confusion, all these supposed men of God, because they're not going to like to see what's happening, all right? Because once it starts happening, the real revival, you're going to see people giving up their lives for Christ to live through them. And when that happens, you're going to see Jesus. You're going to see Jesus working in people. They're going to be serving others and giving to others. It may be some guy that you considered the worst of the worst. Oh, it was some Hollywood elite, and you considered him a Satanist, but all of a sudden he's like, I don't know what happened. I'm giving away everything I've got. I'm helping these people here. I'm helping these people there. And they talk about this love that overwhelmed them. People are going to be rejecting them. Well, why did it do them and not me? They're going to be jealous. They're going to be envious of the blessing. And you look at that word blessing in the Greek, all right? They're going to panic, but they can't stop it, but they're going to try to slow it down. And they're going to try to stop it by amplifying hate and trying to get you to hate and stay vibrating down here. But once we hit critical mass, everything will transform. It's going to be beautiful. I love you all. God bless.